When we hear mummy, this is what comes to mind. But the truth is, mummification isn't just an Egyptian tale. It's a global phenomenon, from desert sands to icy peaks, from ancient China to European crypts. What drove so many cultures to preserve their dead? In ancient Egypt, the journey of mummification began not with design, but by chance. Buried in shallow desert pits, the intense heat and dehydrating sands worked their magic. Bodies dried rapidly, creating nature's own mummies, almost untouched by decay. As time passed, these natural preservations profoundly influenced Egyptian beliefs. They came to believe the soul needed its physical form, a house to return to. If decay destroyed the body, the spirit was lost. Preservation became paramount. By the New Kingdom, mummification was a sacred 70-day art. Specialist priests first removed the brain, then most internal organs, preserved separately in canopic jars, leaving only the heart. The body was then covered in natron salt, drawing out all moisture. Finally, it was anointed, wrapped in hundreds of yards of linen, with protective amulets tucked within. Meanwhile, across the globe, in ancient South America, different stories of preservation were unfolding. On the arid coasts of modern-day Peru and Chile, the Chinchorro people were practicing mummification as early as 5000 BCE, thousands of years before the Egyptians. Their techniques were entirely unique. They would meticulously deflesh and eviscerate the bodies, reinforce skeletons with sticks, fill cavities with plant matter and clay, then reapply skin or cover the body with a clay paste, often culminating in a striking sculpted clay mask and human hair wig. Centuries later, the vast Inca Empire also held their mummified ancestors in profound reverence, integrating them into the very fabric of life. These weren't just revered dead. A king's mummy, or malqui, retained its property, household, and influence. They were paraded in ceremonies, offered food and drink, and consulted on important state matters, their voices channeled through oracles. Perhaps the most poignant Andean mummies are the children found on these sacred high-altitude peaks. Chosen for the Capacocha ritual, these children were taken to mountain summits, given intoxicants, and then left to freeze. The extreme cold and dry air naturally preserved them in astonishing detail, offerings to the mountain gods and testaments to Inca beliefs about sacrifice and the sacred landscape. Our journey now takes us east to the vast and often surprising lands of China. Here, in the arid Tarim Basin, discoveries defied expectations of a humid climate, revealing naturally preserved bodies thousands of years old, offering unique insights into ancient cultures along the Silk Road. But perhaps China's most astonishing mummy is Lady Dai, or Xinzui, from the Han Dynasty. Her body, entombed around